Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Weather Wizard with Dave. And today I'm going to talk about a potential winter storm for portions of the Midwest, Southern Great Plains, and parts of the Deep South. So, first of all, in this video, we're going to look at different kind of modules because there's different modules predicting different things. So we're first going to look at the GFS, and we're going to look at the overall picture here. First, we're going to look at 250 millibar wind speed, and there is going to be a potential winter storm specifically for next weekend. So like things could always change before then, but until then, the most of the modules is like pretty confident that there's going to be either a snowstorm or an ice storm affecting portions of the South. So if you look at 250 millibars, we have uh, going into Friday. We this yeah this big strong upper level trough system is eventually uh, going to increase its intensity, and you see that there's very high winds aloft in the atmosphere. And so what that tells us is that the is that the ingredients are there for to as there will either be deep cold air aloft, or there will be shallow cold air aloft. And for the cities that are in deep in a much deeper cold air aloft, then they'll likely experience a snowstorm versus if they experience versus for the areas that experience a shallow cold air layer, then they will likely experience sleet and freezing rain. So if we look at the surface and or the or the precipitation type, okay, and we go back to Friday. No, that's Saturday. Okay, we go back to Friday. Okay, so it's most so the GFS is predicting that the winter storm is going to start off Friday afternoon with ice happening in portions of Texas, Louisiana, into Mississippi, and then yeah, and then they're predicting that the ice is going to persist throughout the weekend and move eastward, eventually making it to portions of Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina on Sunday. So, and it all depends on where the low pressure track ends up at. Like if it shifts further to the north, then these portions that are predicting ice will likely be a snowstorm since it'll be deeper cold air aloft. But if the low pressure system track shifts further to the south, then these portions, of ice and snow will likely just be wane. So it's really important where the low pressure track system ends up at and where the strong upper level trough is positioned. And so that's for the GFS. And also if the GFS is right, then then these areas right here in the freezing rain mark could experience an ice storm with ice accumulations up to at least a half an inch of ice, which is a lot of ice. And if we look at the freezing rain accumulation, predicting Friday, from the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yeah, you can see that there's going to be lots of ice from extended from Texas all the way to parts of North Carolina and South Carolina of of areas seeing a half an inch of ice or more. So this is definitely a winter storm that we will have to, to keep a watch out for. And if we go to the NAM, see, so the NAM actually, so for the freezing rain accumulation, the NAM does actually go that far. But if we go to precipitation type, yeah, yeah, the NAM doesn't go that far. But let's see if we can go to the NAM nest. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see here. Yeah. So then, so then, so the different models only go out so far, but judge, but like we can still look at the position of the upper level trough from the name, how exactly it's gonna play out. Let's see. So yeah, here's the nail. The upper level trough is expected to be like right off in here. You can see, and then the GFS for Friday has the strong upper level trough right here. So overall, it's pretty similar to each other. Um, and yeah, um, and yeah, the NAM is showing that there's also going to be ice accumulations in portions of Tennessee and parts of Southwest Virginia and West North Carolina as well. Friday morning. That's what the NAM is predicting. And then, yeah. Um, and then, real quick, before I go, before I go, I, I, I wanna point out the extreme cold temperatures Minnesota and North Dakota is about to experience. So if we go to the surface and we go to temperatures, we go back to Tuesday. Right here, portions of Minnesota is going to be 23 below zero, with port in some areas is going to experience 45 to 50 degrees oh, below zero, factoring in the wind chills. So this is some serious cold air that's coming. Yeah, that's coming towards the Midwest and even making it all the way to the South, and it's going to persist that way for at least the next week or two. So this strong upper level trough is is very powerful. And it's making a lot of areas experience winter. So, and with that being said, that's all I have to say. Be sure to pay attention to your local weather forecast and make sure to stay safe with these extreme cold temperatures and bundle up. And with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe. And until next time, the Weather is with Dave is out.